You've also been in Milan, making
Yeah.
your catwalk debut for Vivienne Westwood. Was modelling ever something you expected to be doing, and how does that kind of measure up against your acting work?
Yes and no. I started modeling the same time I started acting. In this industry, it all goes hand in hand. You have acting, you have modeling, you produce, you direct, you go into journalism or magazine paper or just whatever it is. To me, we're all under the same umbrella, and it's just a different art form. Um, I never really expected it to take off the way it did. I was able to walk for Vivienne Westwood, which is amazing in particular. Is they have really a good cause, and everything that they do, they're really focused on giving back and having an impact. But I was in Milan for the week and had a blast doing it, running around. Really, it's a lot of work. People don't like think about it, but like when you have like 11 auditions before noon or before 1 o'clock, like every 30 minutes. And like, let's say, like you have to go from North London to Greenwich. And you got 30 minutes to do it. Is it possible? No. Can it be done? Yes. It's like one of those things that you're running around and you're seeing the city, and uh, I had so much fun doing it. It was a lot of fun. I was able to work with So Popular as well. I walked for. I'm trying to. Yeah, I walked with them, which are an amazing group of people. Julian Zigerly and a few others in Milan, New York, and I'm trying to remember the third place. Oh, Germany. And it's a lot of fun, but it's stressing. So
Jake, obviously you're globetrotting at the moment, but just bringing it back down a little bit. Obviously, Breaking Bad. Can you talk just, I guess, generally about what you think made the show so groundbreaking and the specific importance of having your character as a central part of that?
well, for why I feel that the show is such a big hit in particular, and it wasn't in the beginning. It was something that grew on people. I think it was something that everyone could relate to. Not every not every father's a or high school chemistry teacher's a crystal meth maker, but I think every father knows what it feels like to be put into a position where we have to do something for our family, that we have to fight to keep our family alive. And I think that's what really related to a lot of people, is that. And I think that's what grew. And it was a show that was well written. It had great cinematography. We were able to do so many amazing things with it. But apart from all that aside, it really, I feel, hit home to a lot of people because I think everyone knows that desperation. Everyone has that vibe of what am I going to do to provide, and we hit that mark. Um, as a standpoint of why my character, for me, and for the show in particular, why it was so beneficial. There aren't a lot of characters like my character on television in the sense of when it comes down to disability, you have a lot of people, and you see a lot of disability on television, and it's all about the disability. It's all about that character overcoming and living a normal and healthy life. And this was the thing is with Breaking Bad, it came down to it wasn't about that. It was about living a normal life and going, but it was just a normal life. It wasn't about the disability, and people needed to see that more. When you first saw Walt Jr., in the beginning, you saw crutches. You saw the crutches before you saw him as a person. But as you started evolving with the characters and being invested with these characters, you no longer saw the crutches and you saw the character itself. And the crutches just became secondary. And that's what we really need in television and film. And that's what we really need in society to see, is that the crutches are just an extension of what that character is. And that's what, for me, it felt like it brought so much more to Breaking Bad and what that meant to people in general. Without even realizing it, it meant something to them. Changing a mindset is something for me that is really important to have. We all have, in this industry, and you included, we have the ability to change mindsets. We have the ability to affect how people view society in general, and we choose not to. We choose to go for an easier sell. We choose to go for an easier market. You choose either, when it comes down to disability in particular, we either choose the hero or the villain, and there's no character. But we have that power to change, and Vince was able to see my character from a different standpoint, because my character was based on a high school friend Vince had in college. So he was able to see it and understand it for what it actually is, and that's what made the show in its own way so unique, is that view and that mindset Vince has. So
actually, you obviously you do a lot of charity work for actors with disabilities. I was wondering, especially with your charity, PWD, what you're trying to do to change the mindset of Hollywood right now.
There's a lot. I do a lot of speaking. I talk about. It's mostly, when it comes down to what I speak about, it's just reminding people that they have more power, that they shouldn't be manipulated by fear. When it comes down to the organizations I work with, they do press conference like this. They have galas. They have workshops that bring in top executives and top directors and talk to them the importance of having and hiring people with disabilities on set. And when it comes to a disability, a lot of times people look at it as a illness, something that has to be cured, something that we have to overcome, and something that we need to fix. In my mindset, it's not that at all. It's something that, it's an asset. It's a tool. It's a knowledge. And if we can show more people, and in particular show director heads, producers, that this is an asset, that it is marketable, it is lucrative. That's really what it gets down to. Show them that it's lucrative and that you're not going to lose money, and they're all for it. But the actual truth in that is, it's not just lucrative, it's actually very beneficial. Not just to the person that you're giving a job, but to people around that person, that see what that person can do, and that reflects onto them of what they can do. And not just what they can do, but what they can exceed in. And the thing with disability is, people with disabilities, they don't care about the disability. They just want to have the opportunity to have a job, to try and have a job. It has nothing to do with give me the job, I want a handout. But in a sense, give me a job that I can work for and show you that I can grow in. So, but yes.
RJ, going back to Breaking Bad and the spin-off, the successful spin-off Better Call Saul, I mean, how likely do you think we might see you in that?
I am not a part of that. So sadly enough, I will not. If I'm in it, I will be this tall. So I'm sadly not. It looks amazing. I love Better Call Saul. Bob Odenkirk is just such a talent in what he is able to do and what he was able to bring, and Jonathan Banks as well, and everyone that we've been able to reincorporate and that are new into Better Call Saul. We have a lot of, there are, I say we, like I'm a part of it, but there are a lot of the same writers that were on Breaking Bad that are on Better Call Saul. A lot of the same directors. It shoots digital, sadly enough, not film, like very.
I mean,
like
would
Breaking
you like
Bad.
the part in it?
Huh?
If the writers could put you in there?
Yes and no. As an actor that wants a job, yes, I would love a part in it. But as an actor that really would care about the story, like, yes, if it benefits me in a sense, that would be amazing. But the problem is, if it doesn't benefit the story, I have no reason to be a part of it. And I really don't think in that time frame, my character is necessary to that role. It is a whole different show. It's not Breaking Bad. It's not. It's about Saul and his journey. Walter White was only a small part of Saul Goodman in its own way, so it is its own entity.